All right. Hey, everybody, it's Thursday, which means it's another episode of Naturally Unbothered. I am Shari.
I'm Ebony.
I'm Tasha.
And we have a wonderful guest on the podcast tonight, spoken word artist, just a visionary in his craft. Beautiful, inside and out, just all chocolatey and stuff. And my favorite spoken word person, other than my husband, of course, Mr. Obbie West.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you all.
Well, I ain't had you yet. Don't.
What's up, Obbie?
Thank you in advance.
Pay attention to the signs. We just talked about stalker behavior. Pay attention.
I know what to do and what not to do, okay?
You do now.
You do now.
I composed myself the entire time I was in his presence. I was all shy and malmannered. How y'all know that I am?
Were you? You were shy.
You did good. You did.
I didn't grope you or nothing.
I didn't know you were shy.
I'm very
She's
shy.
not shy. She has people believe that, but it's a lie.
In her mind.
Anyway, enough about me.
One of her personalities might be shy and malmannered. We don't see that one very often.
One of them.
When she was present in Oklahoma City on the 25th, the 24th, or whatever day it was. She was there.
20, I don't remember it.
It don't matter, but you were more behaved than I thought you were going to be.
Because I just clam up. I'm just be like, oh my God, he's in front of me. Oh, Jesus, what can I do? Oh, I was just, fangirling.
I will have to say, when we pulled up to the location and you opened that door and said, I don't know, whatever you said, but your voice on that day, it did something to my spirit.
Tasha, I had forgotten about his voice, and I will admit the same thing when he first greeted us.
When he opened that door, and I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, why?"
That voice, instant panty dropper. Instant.
But I never realized it until that moment. I think we all had a panty moment.
Yeah, it was like, oh shit.
Yes.
Y'all do miracles for my ego.
So thank you. Thank you.
You do a miracle for mine too.
Yes. Obbie, thank you for giving us another opportunity to have you on the Naturally Unbothered podcast.
Yes.
We know that you are a busy man, so we appreciate any time that you can lend to us.
No sweat.
And also, thank you for having us be a part of your project. That was
I gotta thank you all for that.
That was
it
amazing.
worked out beyond what I imagined. So,
wow.
And I forgot which one it was, but it was one of the cast members who came and complimented me he complimented you all on the cohesiveness. He said, they've done these type of things before, and they've been in situations where the energy or the chemistry between the panel members or the people involved weren't quite there, and it showed on the camera. But he was, without him knowing that you all work together on a regular basis, he could see the cohesiveness. So he said, if this goes nowhere else, at minimal, you should just make this I forgot what he said, but he was just emphasizing how important it is that we did something with at least that episode. So he was impressed with you.
That's
awesome.
That's big.
You know, we were on our most outstanding behavior that we've never displayed ever.
Really?
Ever.
We might have to reshoot it. We had to reshoot it then with the regular y'all.
Well, we contained our raunch.
Okay.
Right.
We didn't curse.
I want to get it picked up.
We did a show without cursing.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, is this what you wanted? Because
we know it can be done.
I cursed. I don't know why y'all was so tame.
I think because if you let us out the bag, it's
hard to put
you don't come back. You
see it on the text thread.
Yeah,
like it's hard to put the lid back on them hoes.
They just go.
The train derailed so quickly.
It's hard to put the lid back on.
The show would have been about just me and you, and then we would have had to read. It's no myth.
We wanted to reshoot it. Then maybe we'll pick a topic maybe it was the topic. The topic didn't allow space for that. Maybe we pick another topic.
That topic was so crazy and amazing. I learned so much. I still got to look up the word, but when I tell you, I've been throwing it around. I've been throwing the word.
I've been regarding everybody.
Yo, Me too.
I've been regarding the shit out of people. You hear me?
Yo, it's been a word. If I ain't never heard a word, that was the word. Yes.
I think I brought it up on our last episode, the episode that aired last week. I brought it up and I said, "Oh, that's an Obbieism." I called it an Obbieism. So
yeah.
Yes.
I appreciate that. I learned a lot.
Oh, and I've been getting so many compliments on my hoodie. The one with your design on it. I wore it and I was picking up a prescription from Walmart. And this little old lady was like, "Oh my God, that is so cute." And I was like, "It's my booze. Thank you. That's him. Mm-hmm. Thank you, girl. Thank you." She was like, "That is so cute." I was like, "And he is."
And it's soft.
Yes.
It's super soft.
I'm glad y'all like it.
I cannot.
Yes.
All right. So, Obbie, we wanted you to be on the show again. Just beyond the fact that we just adore you, but it's because you didn't do a 21 questions before. So we need 21 questions with you.
And we need to see how nasty you is. Or can be, or want to be, or should be, or all that.
Disclaimer,
I don't know.
there's no such thing as pass. I pass. Can't pass.
Can't pass. Okay.
You cannot pass.
You cannot pass. You have to ask the questions. And I will tell you, there are 21 base questions. However, the ladies may ask you to elaborate or something else that might be another question. That's not the question. My questions are the 21. Their questions are the side questions of the questions.
Got it. So
I can teach you to ask this side question.
The same rules apply to all the questions. I can't pass on.
That's why I say you still have to answer those too.
No,
I can't pass on the side. Okay, so this is going to be 50 questions.
Well, you know what? No, it's not. It's never that many.
It's never that many side questions. Just something that you say may spark another question.
Okay, if you need to pass on something, we might have to we might have to figure out I don't want to say punishment, but for the lack of a better word right now.
Ooh.
It's punishment. Nationally Unbothered. This is a sex podcast. There's a punishment.
Punishment.
Okay.
So if you pass, you will be punished.
To ring my bell for sex, baby. I had to go ahead and ring that bell.
All right, so we have 3 sets of questions. 1, 2, or 3. 2. All right. All right, ladies, if you want to follow along with the questions, they're at your air table. All right, so the first question is, how old were you when you lost your virginity?
17.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
I feel like that was responsible.
That was pretty responsible.
It wasn't because of responsibility. I think I started masturbating when I was like 8, right? I didn't even know how to do it. I think the first time I tried to masturbate, I raised up the mattress and I put my penis in between the mattress and the box spring and I was just humping the bed, right? I was just trying to figure out something. And then I took a cup and I filled the cup up with water and I got like in the push-up position above the cup. I was trying to emulate what I saw on TV. It's supposed to be a hole, it's supposed to be wet. And then I figured out how to use and I was young, right? So when I was in junior high school, I wasn't the friend that women would always, hey, look, I wasn't me. I was the one they would ask me what my friend name was. So I wasn't comfortable with women. I was always afraid of rejection. So I didn't have the opportunities that my friend had. So while they was having sex at 13, 14, I was just lying about it. I never really had sex. So it wasn't because I was trying to be responsible. It's because I don't know if I knew how to get to it.
Oh, it'd be that
you ain't having them same motherfucking problems today, are you? Bitches throwing panties, drawers.
Did you hear Ebony talking about some old to be that cup? I mean, that's
to be that mattress in that box.
Because her hole is that damn big. I know you didn't feel anything when you was in the cup, so you probably didn't feel nothing when you stick your dick in her either.
I poured the water out, put the cup right back in the cabinet.
My side question is, how bad did those mattresses burn your thing?
Yeah, that wasn't the best idea.
Yeah, that wasn't. I was like, you had all kind of.
Yeah, that wasn't the best idea. That wasn't comfortable at all. Needless to say, that was my first and last time doing that.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you found something else that was warm and moist and
that was before American Pie. I'm sure it came out because now you just go right to the apple pie. It's warm and moist.
Yeah,
Or macaroni.
I was young.
Macaroni and
I was
cheese.
curious. Didn't know how to explore the curiosity. So, you know, I went for what I know.
Yep. I can dig
All
it.
right. Do you like being jacked off?
It depends on the situation. It depends on if I'm somewhere and that's the only thing that can happen, like a place where you're not supposed to be doing nothing at all. Then I think the intrigue comes from the sneaking and things of that nature. But if it's just she and I in a room where we got full opportunity to do everything else, then no, I would prefer to just skip that. Yeah.
Okay. You taking notes, Ebony?
And is.
Yeah.
What's the best song for you to listen to while having sex?
That's a good question. I don't have one now, but I'll tell you a song that comes to mind.
Okay.
Silk, I think it was called Bedroom, right? When I was younger and I first started having sex, that's when that song was relevant. So that was like my go-to, Silk and Bedroom. So whenever you say music and sex, that's what comes to mind for me, Silk and Bedroom.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up. Okay.
There's a meeting in my bedroom, baby.
Yeah.
Woo! Yes.
How many different sex toys do you have?
One. Just recently, I bought a fleshlight. You ever heard of that?
Yes.
Yeah, I bought a
have
flesh.
not.
So this is what the situation. So I was in a relationship. The last time we got on, we was on this podcast, I was in a relationship. The reason why I wouldn't have done the 21 questions, just out of a courtesy, I wouldn't have done it.
I'm sorry.
Time out.
Was you single when we was in OKC?
Yeah.
Why did you say something?
Oh, damn it, man.
What?
Mm-mm.
The fuck?
Yeah.
I feel cheated. I feel.
That's
didn't know
why
that
that
was cool.
voice sounded a little different. That's why it moved my spirit a little
That's
different.
why it moved us differently.
It was something in the universe that was trying to speak.
I didn't know that was a point of interest. I didn't know that was relevant information.
Okay, sorry. Finish your story.
So the last time we was on here, I was in a relationship. So I probably would have did the 21 questions out of a courtesy. You know what I mean? I'm in this room and she's in that room, and
I respect that. I absolutely respect that.
But once that relationship ended, I went and got a fleshlight to keep myself out the streets. So I'm gonna go get a fleshlight. In the event that my hand ain't really satisfying the purpose, I'm gonna go get this fleshlight to keep myself out the streets. So I went and got a fleshlight, and I remember when I walked in the store, the dude, he got these fleshlights on the wall, and then he had the ones that's locked in the cabinet. You know, when you go to Walmart, the Tide Pods are locked in the cabinet. The stuff, the Ariel and all the stuff that they don't mind if people steal. I was like, no, I want the Tide Pods. Unlock the cabinet. I want that fleshlight.
I want the one I got to ring the bell to get.
Boom, right. I want that one. So he gave me the fleshlight, and I got that to keep me out the street.
Shari, that's what your brother had, right?
Yes.
Okay, I did. Once I started thinking about it, I was like, okay.
I bought one for my ex-husband when he deployed because it's very good. You know, you can control the suction at the bottom, how much it sucks.
Yeah.
And everything. But there's actually a toy, a tandem toy that goes with the fleshlight that however you manipulate the fleshlight, it does the opposite for the woman with an insertion toy. It's like $300. I really want it.
I was about to say, I wonder if the fleshlight would work on a woman better than the rose, because the rose is still not, it ain't enough suction. It's just
it's not that kind of suction. It literally is
you have to be in there. It's from the insertion.
Yeah.
That's silicone. Got you.
Yeah. So do you like the fleshlight, Obbie?
Yeah, look, when I came home,
like, yeah.
I think I hit that fleshlight 3 times the day I got it. I said, I'm not leaving the house no more.
Prove it. There's a video coverage.
Yeah.
Well, I need to make a woman version of that. Shari, I need what you're talking about. But I need a version of that doesn't require a man at the other end.
Okay. I will send you a link for it because it's something that is on my list of things to buy.
The difference between the fleshlight and just using their hand, like men and women are different. When women masturbate, you all can correct me if I'm wrong. You all can masturbate and enjoy the process throughout the time, up until the time you come. The entire experience is enjoyable. For men, it's only enjoyable at the end when you nut. But all this, that's just to get to the end.
That's just to get.
But there's nothing enjoyable in the interim. From the time you start into the time you nut, there's nothing enjoyable. It's all to get to the nut. But the fleshlight allows you to experience,
enjoy it. Yeah.
To feel like you're actually a woman, like with a woman you enjoy.
Right, like women, you all will prolong
wow.
the orgasm because you are enjoying yourself.
That is
we're
correct.
not prolonging jacking off because nothing is enjoyable about it until we nut. But that fleshlight will make you prolong.
So the feeling is not enjoyable at all until you get to the end, or is it a mental not enjoyable?
Well, for me, it's not. No, it's not enjoyable at all.
The feeling at all. Okay.
It's just a means to the end, which is why a lot of times when you have men who masturbate a lot, they masturbate more often than they're with a woman. When they get a woman, it's the same thing. They just use her as a means to the end, which is why they tend to be quick.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, but the fleshlight allows you to enjoy the experience for the duration of the process.
So my suggestion for a second toy for you will be a sleeve.
What's that?
It is just for masturbation also, but if you get a girl to give you some head, she can use it as well. It's going to be textured on the inside, and the tightness is.
Oh, I've seen that little silicone thing.
Yes.
Okay, I've seen it. I've seen it. Okay.
So that's my number 2. It's not going to be better than the fleshlight. I'm going to tell you that right now, but it is something that is still enjoyable that won't make the jacking off portion of things seem like there's nothing a means to an end, which you're probably never going to do that again now that you got the fleshlight. But
yeah, you have to. You have to have that balance. You can't just use the fleshlight because you lose the fleshlight.
I know people that that's all they use now.
Well, you can physically, but I don't think it's psychologically. I don't think it's the best because I think it can desensitize you to a regular experience because of how good it feels. So I think it's smart to have that balance and use the fleshlight on occasions, maybe on a Thursday night. You know what I mean? When the candles are lit or something, and then every other night just go back to using your hand. But if you get too immune to that fleshlight, then I think that can be bad as it pertains to how you would interact with another person. So I don't use it all the time.
Well, definitely get you a sleeve.
Oh, to be the fleshlight.
All right. So have you ever done the walk of shame?
The walk of shame, what's that? That's when you leave somebody like hotel at a certain time.
Hotel, a house, early in the morning with your shoes in your hand. You probably ain't never walked up with your. That's me. My bad. You weren't asking me. You probably never had to carry your shoes.
I digress.
No. Okay.
I carry shoes, my drawers, sometimes the clothes I had on, all that.
Tell us about the best sex you've ever had.
He ain't had shit.
He ain't had shit, Ebony?
But go ahead and speak your truth.
Look, what Miss Jackson got going on now? You know what? I can't. I haven't had an experience that holistically can be called the best. Like I've had a situation where in this situation, oral sex was the best. But in this situation, this thing was the best. But in this situation, but one experience that I can just holistically call the best, nothing comes to mind right now. But I've had, there's situations where I can pinpoint this is the time that the head was explosive. She can teach the wind how to blow. This is the time where this was this. And this was, I've had that.
Teach the wind how to blow.
Okay. Well, share that experience where she taught the wind how to blow, and then share one other experience where the sex was amazing. Head and sex. Go.
I don't even know how to share the experience without.
I guess not even share the experience, but I guess say what about it made it so amazing without giving all of the detail.
After we, after we reach a certain age and we have experiences, we tend to feel like we've experienced it all, or, and when you run into somebody who does something that makes you feel like a kid again, that makes you feel like this is the first time you ever had head, it makes you feel like out of all these years, where has this head been?
I've been missing out. Yeah.
That's how it was. It was one of those things to where I felt like, I mean, it can feel good, it can feel great, but
What are her initials?
I'm 40
She
years
knocked
old.
your socks off. She knocked your socks off.
Yeah, I'm 40 years old. At our age, we've experienced, we've experienced some things, and it was just one of those things that made me feel like I ain't never experienced nothing before.
You only 40 years old? Oh,
Yeah, I'm 40.
so cute.
How long?
You said challenge.
Challenge.
Do you eat the booty?
I do, yeah.
I got a tinkle in my spine
Yeah,
right. That was like
it's very hard for me to.
Excuse me, I dropped something.
It's very hard for me to exercise.
Yeah, so crazy.
When it comes to sex, I'm very free spirited when it comes to sex, which is why I have to be selective in who I'm involved with, because I don't know how to have limitations. Some people say, well, if we're in this type of relationship, I'll do all these things. If we're in this one, I'll do all these. I don't know how to have those limitations. So, I mean, I guess it's the back of the coochie. Once you down there,
You allow it the booty to be eaten.
Can I throw your legs? I mean, do you like for your legs to be thrown back?
Ebony, we don't use that terminology.
Remember, we learned that we cannot say that.
We don't use that terminology when we're talking to men.
But I
say,
like
wait, what was the terminology?
Can I throw? I mean, do you like for your legs to be thrown back?
Ebony said, "Can she throw your legs back?"
No, that's not what I said.
Do I like? Well, those questions might have the same answers. Do I like for my legs to be thrown back? No, I don't think it's about the legs being thrown back. Have I ever had my ass licked? Yeah, and it's one of those feelings that it feels so good that you don't want it to happen because you don't want to be asking for it. You don't want to be with the person next time and say, "Hey, you remember when can you do that?"
You don't never have to ask for it.
Right, but if it can be done without me having to put my hands on my head, then that's preferable.
Scouts honor.
You should have wrote that down, Ebony. That's what you should have wrote down.
That is a mental note.
Next time you in town, I'm gonna show you something. Or there's an episode. What was that episode title, y'all? We talked about it.
Which one?
Eat your booty like groceries.
I'm gonna show you.
I don't know. I don't remember.
All right.
We introduced the third position.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
in the title.
We said we weren't gonna say it, Ebony. We was gonna let him research.
I'm excited.
Don't be.
All right. So transgender sex, yes or no?
Would I have sex with a transgender? No.
No. Okay.
I wouldn't either.
I don't think I would be able to get into it.
I would. I would.
We know you would. Anything goes.
Maybe it'll be different for men. Y'all all heard what Dave Chappelle said. Dave Chappelle. He said this like, it ain't pussy, but you know.
I don't think
impossible. Beyond
impossible pussy.
So you know. But anyway.
If you could suck your own dick, would you?
No. I don't think it'll feel good. Like your hand on me would feel better than my hand on me. So I think it's the same thing with a mouth. I don't think it would feel good.
Have you seen your mouth?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. Hey, don't tell my line.
A gift. Well, they go.
Say that again.
Nothing.
You did it.
I did it. I didn't say nothing. I did it.
Would you rather date a chick with extra long armpit hair or with a 5 o'clock shadow
on her face?
Extra long armpit hair or a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's tough.
Pass or punish.
To keep it real, I don't even know if either of them even matters. Both of those can be shaved. You know what I mean? So those aren't permanent characteristics. Like,
but you gotta live with one.
But if I had to pick one,
gotta live with
probably
it.
I would pick the extra long armpit hairs if I had to pick one, because I like putting my face up against a woman's face, and I don't want to feel her bristles on my face.
Okay, I get that. So, but are you letting her wear her tank top out in public?
Hey, she my girl, yeah. Well, who? She with me.
Nigga, say something.
She gonna love these hairs, honey.
Plait that shit up. Plait that shit up.
He gonna braid that shit before they go out. Or you wearing?
She
Let me
with me.
get
Hey,
that.
look, I'm a firm believer that if you there's two ways you can carry yourself, right? If you ever see somebody who have on something or they look a certain way, and you can just tell that they're ashamed of themselves by the way they look. And when people can detect, people are like animals. When they can detect that you're ashamed of yourself, they make fun of you. But you ever see somebody who looks the exact same way, but they got their shoulders back and their chin up, and then you say, that looked good on them, but I couldn't have did it. So the way people carry themselves dictates how we view. I'm sure nowadays, especially with everybody being so impressionable, there's a man walking around with a girl with long hair, long armpit hair, and he's so proud of his woman that another woman might want to grow her hair. It just makes it look popular because how they carrying themselves. So yeah, I'm not ashamed of nothing that's associated with a girl who I call mine.
Okay. All right. With that being said, what is the sexiest thing about a woman to you?
That's tough. Well, walk is big. And confidence. And I think those two kind of go hand in hand. Sometimes you can see how confident a person is and how they walk.
Okay. When is the last time you cheated and why?
I only been in 3 relationships my entire life. I was in one when I was 16 until I was 31. I was 16, got married at 22, and separated at 31, right before I came to Oklahoma. We didn't get divorced until years later, but we were married, but not in a relationship. So that was one relationship. I got another relationship maybe 5 years after that lasted 2 months. And then this last relationship that lasted a year. So I've only had 3 relationships in my life. The only one I cheated in was the first one. That's how it ended. I ruined that relationship.
Okay. Why?
Why did I cheat? Oh, because I wasn't ready to be married. I loved her, but love ain't enough. I wasn't ready for the sacrifice. I wasn't ready for the commitment. But I was in the military and I had a daughter. And my daughter, when you're in the military, your family can't travel with you unless you're married. So I have a daughter. She's 2 years old. They finna send me to Germany for 3 years. When I get back, she's 5. She barely knows me at 2. You know what I mean? And there's no way I was gonna tolerate that. So I got married due to circumstances and not due to being ready. I thought marriage was gonna make me ready, not knowing I need to be ready before the marriage. Right. So I loved her, but I just loved her. I wasn't ready for the commitment. So, once I joined the military, they started sending me all these places. It was as long as the coochie had a hole in it, it was qualified to be satisfied. So, and eventually all those things, she learned about it and it created all these insecurities. And I pretty much took a beautiful woman and turned her to a monster. And I felt like it would be unjust for me to take this person, create this monster, and then unlock the cage and send her out. And now the streets got to deal with it. So I felt like it was my responsibility to try to stick in there as long as I could until she reestablished that security. But there's no timetable on that. So 5 years go by, you still feel like you're in a prison. At some point, it was like, let's just end it. It's kind of, when you're younger, you fall and you get a scar. And years later, you can't see any signs of that scar. Sometimes you get a scar and it never heals. You can always see it. And that's what I felt like. I felt like I damaged the relationship beyond repair. So just ended it.
All right. Have you ever had an STD? And if so, which one?
Yeah, I got burnt when I was 19 years old. When I joined the military, I was in Washington State, and it was gonorrhea. And I remember going in that clinic, and I already knew something was wrong because just clear something wrong. You got this discharge, and I was talking to an older dude. OGs told me, he said, yeah, you got gonorrhea. So I went to the clinic. This old lady, she's sitting there like she milking me. She sticks this Q-tip up there. I got on my tippy toes. I was about 6'5". That lady had that Q-tip on my tippy toes. She takes it out. She's like, I can tell you what it is just by looking at it, but we're going to give you this pill and you'll be good and such and such. I'm like, no, give me a pamphlet or something. Let me read up on this. They just tried to give me a pill and send me off. They gave me a pill, called me back a few days, told me that it was it was cured. And then, like an idiot, I went and messed. I was involved with several people, so I had no clue. I blamed it all on them. And I ended up going with the exact same person and getting it again. So like a week later, I was right back in the clinic for the exact same thing. And then they tried to send me to therapy for addictive behavior. But it wasn't. I was like, well, that's kind of counterproductive. So you send me to a class full of people who are addicted to sex, and we're gonna have issues. But they said, no, it's not like that. It's just addictive behavior in general. So you're gonna have smoking sensation in there. You're gonna have blah blah blah. But I left that area and went somewhere else, so I never went to therapy. They tried to send me to therapy for sex.
Well, you're not the only one who has had the big G. I had it before too. So we can be G mates.
Wait a minute.
Other things. Let's see.
I don't want to be your G mate.
No, would it be G mates? Would it be G mates?
Can you have sex with a woman you are not attracted to?
No, because I gotta be able to. Nope. I have to be attracted to the person though. I've been in situations where I've had sex before, and the second I nutted, it was like, why am I here? And that's one of the most, women notice that. You're talking to a woman, and when a guy is full of nut, he's very catering. You know what I mean? He's very energetic in the conversation. He's very involved in the conversation. And then right after he nut, it's like you got to force him to talk. Now it's like, yeah, no, the interest just goes away. And I don't ever want to be around nobody who I can't hold a conversation with you after I nut. You know what I mean? That becomes the most irritating space in the world, where you're trying to figure out how to escape, trying to figure out how to leave or get them to leave. Nah, back in the, if you asked me that 10 years ago, yeah, coochie got a hole in it? Yeah. But now, nah, I can't do it.
How would you tell a girl her pussy was whack?
I never have. If I had to, I think I would have to be asked. Like if I didn't show an interest physically anymore, and she asked me like, why not? I would just say the energy wasn't there for me. It didn't feel like something that we should be doing. Yeah, it just doesn't feel like something we should be doing. Maybe we should recategorize and figure out what space we should hold each other in. But we're misusing each other right now. Maybe we should just be friends.
Not you, it's me.
It's not you, it's me.
But not you, it's me. No,
we got it.
We'll blame it on the energy. Energy's not me.
You'll blame it on the energy.
Right.
How long would you wait to ask for sex from a chick if she hadn't given it to you after a month?
I wouldn't ask. But if I hypothetically, if I had to ask, I don't think I would ever ask. How long would I wait to ask for sex if she hadn't given it to me after a month?
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough question, because I would never ask.
Or how long maybe would you wait to move around if it wasn't happening? Maybe never ask, but would you move around if it wasn't happening?
Man, I don't want to turn all these into deep answers.
Why not?
Yeah, you're a deep individual.
You're a poet. You're a poet. You're a deep thinker. Why not?
Okay, so it's circumstantial. So if I'm connected with this girl, this woman, with the intent to build something, then I would never ask. I don't care if we don't. You know what I mean? If it was with the intent to build something. If I don't have an intent to build something and my intention is sexual, then that would be clear during the courting process. That'll be clear out the gate, that I'm not looking for anything more than something physical. And at that point, I'll learn that that's not what she wants. And then that's when I'll start moving around.
Okay. Yeah. That's a fair enough answer.
Give a motherfucker the option.
Would you rather have a big dick you couldn't use, or a small dick that stayed hard, but you could never come?
Anyway, you ain't gonna come. You got a big dick you can't use, you ain't coming. You got a little dick that, I'm gonna go with the little dick that don't come, because at least I can use it. The big dick, you can't use it and you don't come. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the midget dick that don't come.
And there's little dicks out there pleasing motherfuckers all the time. Believe it or not.
All right. What is your pet peeve
I have a
sexually?
question. Miss Jackson, have you
Okay.
ever been pleased by a small dick?
Have I? No.
Okay.
But we recently had a conversation to where it's almost like, what'd you call it? What's
Trippy.
Tribby.
What's trivia?
Where
It's
two women bump
Oh, catfighting.
cat fight.
Oh my God. I need that on a shirt. It's a cat fight.
I love it. That's a new shirt. Write it down, Ebony. Write it down.
Yo, oh my God.
Y'all stupid.
I love
Okay.
it.
It's happening. It's
Yeah.
happening. Yep. Cat
Yeah,
fight.
Tribby. That's
Yeah.
the name.
So, but me, no, absolutely not. But
Okay.
I
asked
think
because
it's
you
possible. I think it's possible because I know me. And so if I somehow life played a terrible joke on me and I ended up with, a man with a clit for a penis, then
Mhm.
I would figure out how to get mine. I know me enough to make it happen. So
Okay, got it.
All right. Do you think you're a good catch?
Absolutely. I think I'm a good catch.
Why?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you asked why. I think I'm
because he didn't want to go into it and seem arrogant without you.
Yeah, I didn't want to just volunteer the why. But
I
I'll tell
know.
you why
I seen it. I seen it. That's why I threw the
yeah.
Y in.
I think I became a good catch. Like over the years, I became a good catch. I think right now, I'm extremely emotionally intelligent. I know when to listen and when to assist. I know how to ask. Are you telling me this because you need assistance? Or are you telling me this because you just need an ear? So those things I think makes me a good catch. I think I'm compatible in a lot of areas I wasn't before. I think those things make me a good catch.
All right.
Are you willing to be someone's like man toy, boy toy, like a married
Side
woman,
dude.
like side dude? You know what I'm saying? Ask me for a friend.
Yeah, life's short.
That's what I'm saying. What? Let's say it.
Oh, shit. Right
The
there.
diner's open.
Are you an ass man or a breast man?
As
All right. And we have made it to, go ahead.
that's tough though. But yeah, my immediate answer is ass.
What about a nice balance?
All you need is a mouthful, really.
You said a nice what?
Balance.
Yeah, that's even better.
All right. So we have made it to the 21st question of my questions.
Really? Has it been 21 already?
It has. All right. What warning would your ex give about you?
Man, it depends on which one you're talking about. The first one would tell you that he's not going to be loyal. The second one would probably tell you he's addicting. And the third one would probably tell you that he's not going to sugarcoat anything. That he's going to love you, but he's going to express himself.
Okay. I fucks with all your answers, sir.
I fucks with them all of them. Was there any regard in your last relationship?
On my behalf?
Maybe on hers.
It wasn't demonstrated, no. That's why a relationship ended.
Well, I think I remember you when you were on the show the first time. We talked about this relationship, I believe. And earlier on, I think we talked about cheating. And I think if I remember correctly, she cheated and you decided to stay, or is that right?
Yeah, that's what happened. It was a situation where before the relationship started, we both said, hey, listen, I have things that are going on. We need to cut ties on those things. And I did that. And she didn't do that, but said that she did that. And then later I learned that she didn't do that. So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna try, right? So after I went a certain period of time and realized, well, one thing I can't do is I can't normalize distrust. Some people stay in relationships and they don't trust the other person and they never will. And they have no intentions on leaving. They said, I'm just going to make the best out of a situation where I don't trust. I can't normalize distrust and I can't normalize. There's a lot of relationships where people have, they have happy moments, but they're not happy. You know what I mean? They're happy when this happens, happy when we go here, but holistically, they're not happy. I can't normalize that either. So once I got to a point to where I realized my healing had reached its gate and I'm not going to heal no more than this, and I'm not okay with where I am now, I just said, hey, I tried. I told her in the beginning though, I said, okay, I'm gonna try. When I get to the point to where I realize I can't, then I'll let you know. And then when I got to that point, I was like, hey, I can't. So I'm not mad at you, but I don't have the ability to trust you. So we can't no more.
How long did it take for you to get to this point for it to end? Like, how long was it for you to be like, I can't?
It was too long, not too long. I won't say too long. I think I made a legitimate effort to try. It was long enough for me to say I made a legitimate effort, but it wasn't so long that I started deteriorating. You know what I mean? So from the time I first found out, I found out things in layers. I found out this much, and then later on I found out this much, and then later on I found out. So from the first time I found out and to the day I made a decision, it was about 6 months.
It kept adding on. That was getting ready to be my question. At that point, but it kept layering on. You answered that already. So, all right. Well,
All right.
Do you need to be held?
Do I need to be held? No. Do I like to be held? Absolutely. But no, I don't need to be held. I think I'm absolutely okay. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about me. That was the first relationship where I was 100% ready. It was the first relationship. I proved a lot to myself. I proved I can be loyal. I proved that that I had the ability to do some things that I didn't show myself that I could do in previous relationships. So I think that situation was very necessary. Taught me a lot about what I'm capable of, taught me a lot about what I can't tolerate, taught me a lot about how I heal, how I'm able to heal. It taught me a lot about myself. So it was just a season. It was something that was necessary. And I'm good.
When are you going to jump
You gotta
out
go
there?
to it for the growth. Sometimes you do.
Yeah.
How long is it going to take you to jump back out there? And are you dating?
No,
yeah,
well, I never jumped out there. I never
flash-
jumped out there
flashlight.
prior to I met her. When I met her, it just felt like I didn't feel like I had an option. It felt like when I met her, I felt like I've been put here with this person for a reason. I just felt like there's no other option but to do this. I felt absolutely ready, which can be problematic because when you feel absolutely ready and you feel like the stars are aligned and there's a higher power that's putting this together, and then you find out you're wrong, you lose the ability to trust your own discernment.
Mm-hmm.
And now when you move forward, you don't know what sure feels like. You're like, I was sure last time. So to address your question about jumping back out there, I've been alone so much that I've absolutely found out how to be happy by myself. So I don't feel a void when I'm not in a relationship. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. And anybody who I'm with, you have to be able to, my happiness has to be able to remain the same or increase. But if I have to compromise any level of my happiness, then I don't understand why that relationship should exist. I think, so I'm not looking for nobody. If something naturally happens and it feels right, I won't shun it, but I can go the rest of my life as is. I'll still be okay. Relationship isn't the most important thing in my life. My daughter's well-being is the most important thing in my life. Progression is the most important thing in my life. So it's a whole lot of stuff that I have to depend on for my sanity. Relationship is just, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then it just
And you
doesn't.
got the light.
I got a flashlight, right? Shit, on planet Earth, I got a flashlight.
Yeah, that bitch ain't never talking.
You got to tell her to shut the fuck up.
That bitch always come with the happiness.
Right.
The best outcome.
Your transparency is unbelievable. So
Yeah, it was like this the first time.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Always
And I appreciate that.
yes.
Yeah, like you might need, I know you're busy, but like if we ever decide to have a permanent dick on the show.
Ooh-wee.
Okay, monogamy.
Yeah.
He said
You into that?
I wouldn't even be able to contain myself. I wouldn't even be able to control myself. I'd be in trouble every week.
I enjoy y'all though. If it's 3 people that I can talk to, it'll be y'all. And I'm not saying that because y'all here. But yeah, I enjoy y'all.
We enjoy you too.
We enjoy you.
We definitely enjoy
so
you.
much. Oh my gosh.
Even though we don't know that, like, it's after we like say a flirtatious thing with you, if we're gonna get stabbed or something's gonna come up missing, like we don't know what she's liable to do to us.
It might poison the Kool-Aid, but
we still be like throw a little sprinkle out there every once in a while.
The disrespect that happens in that group chat.
As long as you married, I don't care.
I mean, obviously.
Oh yeah, shit.
So you guys can talk amongst do what you're gonna do, but he know where home is.
Boom.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Boom.
Shit. I don't know what y'all want me to act up. I don't understand it.
Hey, Obbie, you still have that person's information that you can call and contact for that stalker?
Oh yeah. Vegas gave me
Add
hell
one
about
to
that
the
too.
list.
No. Are we gonna be in Vegas?
We are definitely planning a trip to Vegas.
Okay.
Next year. Most likely will be in March.
Okay. It won't be too hot.
Make sure you let me know about the dates because I got a fashion show in March.
Okay, well, you let me know your dates and we'll plan accordingly your dates.
All right.
Because this is just something we're doing.
The birthday.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
I'm just saying what's gonna happen before I get to Vegas.
You're married. You're gonna get a D, not his D.
So that's the reason for the trip. It's Ebony's birthday.
That is not the reason for the trip.
Oh.
We're just gonna try to do some quarterly promo. We had a really good experience with this last time, and we need to do it more often.
You showing us the light. You showing us the way.
You talking about when you were all in Oklahoma?
Yeah, because you gave us the invite and we just took that invite and did all of our promo stuff with it. And it was a really, really good experience. We gained so much from it. And so therefore we need to start doing more of it.
Right. We have something super duper happening at the end of the month. That's so dope. And sometimes you just need things to kind of like refresh you. And not that we were kind of getting stagnant, but we had never been together all at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think that, and when we were together all at the same time, it was for something else. It was for when we met my dad. And so, but us coming together and being able to have the photo shoots and just be together and really vibe off of the energy was just,
it was really
it was just dope.
We needed it. And then after we weren't around each other, I was like, I miss these bitches for real, like for real.
Yeah.
I appreciate you all's relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, it's factual and actual. It's what it is.
It's a great toxic love. It's great.
It is.
Toxic
it's toxic as shit, but we love hard.
But
there is a sense of regard there as well.
There's a lot of regard.
Well, I'm positive. That's how y'all still friends.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Like, you see how they treat
each other out and mean it and still.
You see how I'm treated? I'm treated
like
even
the mistreatment seems to be in love.
Really? Yeah. They treat me like that because they love me? Maybe they have no regard for me.
Like your parents say, I'm gonna beat your ass because I love you.
Because I love you.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt me more than it hurts you.
So put that dick on me because you regard me. Because you love me a little bit. I mean, it's a rock.
You said you want me to use my strap on. What?
Girl, I said it's a cat fight.
You see how shit derailed so fast? You see how that happened?
It's a cat fight.
I actually was just trying to take the attention off of Obbie. So
y'all talk amongst yourself because y'all know I don't know the close of my heart and I'm gonna need to go get it. So hold on.
She's so ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ebony, you should have definitely prepared to say my name, just so we could have got Obbie's perspective on say my name.
Say my name. What is that?
That is Ebony's portion of the show, her segment.
When people write into her, oh, she has one. I sent her one. They write into her and ask her questions, and we don't know why they ask her for this sexual advice, but they continuously keep asking her for sexual or relationship advice, and her responses are trash, but they just keep writing.
Like
Ebony,
throw the whole dick in the trash.
Say my name.
Get in the club and do a Whitney.
Because I know you have one that I sent you, and I'm pretty sure you have score. But can you do a say my name, because we do have Obbie on the show, and we still got a little bit of time.
Okay.
Who is calling me at this hour?
You said you sent me one.
I did.
What is my what's my responsibility? You want me to give it?
She just wants you to listen and maybe chime in if you have an opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. What she said.
She wants you to hear this trash ass advice, Ebony.
I just want you to hear the trash ass advice.
They want it. Okay.
The Ebonites, her followers.
Exactly. The Ebonites. You can be one too, with a little extra privileges.
Okay. Ebonite.
That sounds so wonderful.
Ain't nothing that ends in an "ite" ever amounted to shit. So damn mites, dust mites.
You a might get shot if you keep on. Hold on. Yeah. You're making me violent. I'm not even. I'm a Pisces. I'm a lover.
You gonna shoot me, Thelma?
Everything about me exudes love.
Okay.
What your shirt say, Ebony?
They only listen to hear me. In my guitar.
That sounds like a shot.
It is a shot. It's the truth.
That's what she tells us.
I'll give it to you straight, no chaser.
What is my next shirt gonna say? Tiny violin, bitch. Tiny violin.
She said cat fight.
Y'all talk amongst yourselves while I'm getting my things together.
Not a cat fight.
That makes sense though, right? Cat fight? I think that makes sense.
I love
that's it. Exactly. It's perfect.
Genius.
It was perfect.
Do what you're supposed to be doing. Obbie, tell our listeners how to find you, and also what you got coming up. Like, what's going on with you? Got some shows coming up? What's going on?
To find me, everything's Obbie West. Instagram's Obbie West, LinkedIn's Obbie West, Facebook, Obbie, everything's Obbie West. Website is www.obbiewest.com. I have an advocacy website, which is www.spokenadvocacy.com. Upcoming projects is for this last quarter of the year. Whole year I've been traveling. So this last quarter of the year, traveling slowed down. So I'm taking this time to work on me, educate myself. I'm taking an Amazon sales class right now. I have a couple financial literacy classes coming up. As it pertains to poetry, a poet's perspective. He's finalizing that first episode. I'm gonna pitch that first episode, see if I can get some feedback, and then I'll shoot some more episodes. I have something called the Brain Dump series coming up. I have a lot of poems that just sitting in my phone with tags on them. I hadn't done anything with them. So what I'm gonna do is every quarter, I'm gonna release this. It's gonna be like a set. It's gonna be me in an all white background where I'm reciting poems for like 20 minutes. And this is just what I'm going to use I'll release it as content on social media. And this is what I'll use to bring some light to these poems that I've written, never done anything with. So that's a huger production to what it sounds. It's like $1,000 an episode. So I'll be shooting a Brain Dump series soon. And Tides, I had this project called the Tides Project. I'm going to start a nonprofit called Tides, take the initiative to help, encourage, and save. And I'm going to go out and interview people who are displaced to shed light and awareness on why that situation exists, right? A lot of us think that people are homeless because of drugs and alcohol. And the truth is, a lot of people started drugs and alcohol after becoming homeless as a coping mechanism for being homeless, right? Like I used to go to El Paso and I used to go to the homeless shelter and just interview the people who live there. And there's a guy who was in there. He was a professor at UTEP, the University of El Paso. He had a stroke and he lost his cognitive skills, and he had to go move with his son. His son was like, "No, I'm not dealing with this," and stuck him in a homeless shelter. But if we see him, we're gonna order. This is a professor. He done taught some of these people's kids. But if we see him, we think that it's alcoholism. So I want to bring awareness to those other reasons why homelessness exists, and in the hopes that when people understand, they can be more empathetic. So I'm in the process of starting a nonprofit so I can start shooting those interviews with homeless people.
That's why you're so relevant to the culture, just for the activism work. It's just necessary. It's just you're just necessary.
Thank you.
Necessary.
Yeah, and I was when we were at the event when you were here shooting, talking to the other friend that was there about what you're doing as far as the other movement that we talked about. She was wearing your shirt, and I was like, "Where do you get that shirt from?" So I would like to bounce some things off of you, and be a little more see if I can be involved in that, as far as the molestation and sex abuse.
Okay.
That part of it. I'm interested in knowing a little bit more about that. So
Yeah.
Okay. You talking about offline, or you got some questions right now?
Well, when I came up with my acronym for TORN, that was kind of my direction. I felt like I needed to come up with, I want to eventually do a nonprofit. I don't even know anything about what that was about, but I knew that the acronym needed to mean something, dealing with trauma, some of my past traumas. And so, in dealing with that, but then I didn't know that you were working on some of that yourself. So it was just kind of crazy. So I don't even know what questions I have at this point.
Okay.
I might have.
Okay, well, I will tell you there's a space for it. 90% of my travel throughout the course of the year is for advocacy. There's federal government organizations and colleges that call me their organization. I address sexual assault and harassment, but I address it through poetry, through poetry and discussion. So there's absolutely a space for it. Most corporate America, they have a requirement to talk about certain things on an annual basis, and they don't know how to address it. So there's a space for it, and there's people that don't know they need you. So I would just say, come up with a whole bunch of ways to address it, and then
I thought about making it a segment actually here. Since we talk about sex anyway, I thought about
it is something, and remember we talked about we have never dived deep into that conversation, and it's definitely a conversation that we need to have, especially by the three of us all being affected by it.
Yeah.
It's definitely a conversation that needs to be had.
Sometimes we kind of touch the edges of it and then we back away, so but yeah, I've been really thinking about like diving into and just like researching different stories about it, and I'm open to sharing my stories, obviously. But
well, yeah, however I can assist, just let me know. But it's a very necessary conversation. I think predators thrive off of us avoiding the topic. It's an uncomfortable topic. Absolutely. It ain't fun to talk about. So we avoid it, and they thrive off of that. So whatever you need, just let me know.
Okay, I appreciate that.
All right, Ebony, you gotta say my name.
I do. All right, so this is to me. My name is Ebony. I'm the reason why they're listening. So Ebony, I have been dating an amazing military man. He is every woman's dream guy. There is nothing he will not do for me and our happiness. We have been together for a little less than a year. Well, lately I've started to allow him to sleep overnight. One night after partying in a heavy sex session, we woke up the next morning to piss everywhere. I was upset, but thought he was too drunk and peed on himself. Fast forward to a few months in, and he is continuing to piss in my bed, even on non-drunken days. No, this is not a part of our sexual play. I've had a conversation about this with him, and he acts like it's not a big deal. I am growing in love with him, but how do I get him to get help for what I feel is a pissing condition? Help me help him. XOXO.
Can we
And
say his name?
This, I know the person who sent this question.
Is it Aura?
I'll share it with y'all offline, but I know the person who submitted.
Well, I've been pissed on once. Let me just tell you. I'm sorry, but you the guest.
You ain't the guest.
You go.
Was it, did you ask to be pissed on?
No.
Oh, okay. Would you want me to address that question?
I woke up in a puddle of piss, but
And she wants to know what to do about her pissy situation.
you're the first person that gets to offer advice about what to do in this pissy situation.
Well, what stood out to me is she said the guy's in the military, and losing control of pissing on yourself is a symptom of PTSD.
PTSD.
Right. So when she said that the person pissed and he wasn't drinking, then depending on what that person's been through during their military career can very well be a symptom. There's people who are getting disability ratings for not being able to control their bladder. So that's attached to PTSD. So I think that.
Time out.
Yeah.
Ebony, no disrespect. Obbie, don't make me fall in love with you. I'm sorry.
That's so disrespectful. That was nothing but disrespect. Fuck.
This man can't even answer a question. Yo, I need you to get some dick, and I need you to go pay attention to the dick you already got. Yeah,
he said he was a listener, and like he really listens. That was cute. Okay, anyway, go ahead. I just had to fuck with Ebony, but
I didn't know.
A little older. He was a little older.
A little older.
If he was a little older, bitch. I said if he was a little older. You better be glad I'm giving him a pass, because you welcome.
Yeah. Look, ain't no fun if the homies can't have none, I can't have it. She didn't tell me all about it anyway. Please. Please, I'm begging you. Please do it. So I can know about it.
She said, please do it.
So I can know about it. Please. I just want to know what it's
you
like.
Can finish your answer.
Jesus, please.
So every
I'm
time,
getting all the permission, please.
She says something that has to do with him, she gonna be like, what's the initials? Is it O-W?
That's all every time.
Or is it O-B? She'll say that. Is it O-B?
I got to know if those lips really feel like velvet. What is it like?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead and finish your answer. You were listening.
No, you fine.
The fact that you listened to the fact that he was military and that it could be PTSD.
Right.
It
and I
did
think
something to
that's the way she can approach the situation without bothering. She can just address it like I'm sure he's not okay with it, but he don't know how to bring it up. And when you attach it to PTSD, then for the lack of a better term, it justifies it. So now it's not just like I'm pissing in the bed, but I've been through some shit, and that's the reason why this is going on. And that's a little bit easier for a man to psychologically accept versus just accepting. So I would just have her to approach it from that standpoint and say that it's bigger than that. It's PTSD. So if you do have PTSD, it's bigger than you just using the bathroom on yourself. There's all other types of second and third effects that come along with that can affect your life if you don't catch it early. So just go talk to somebody.
If you do this one more time, we go together. Don't do it again.
It's subconscious. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm gonna stop though. I'm gonna try to stop.
We in a full-blown relationship.
Well, Tasha, you do yours because you was already ready to say your piece.
Now I'm thinking about it.
Right. I don't even remember the question. I'm sorry.
What was the story about her boyfriend?
What happened? Oh, he had PTSD. He was pissed. Oh, I had already just said, should I been pissed on? But it was a drunken night. It ain't no fun. But yeah. I mean, I was gonna be funny, but the PTSD just kind of brought it all home and made it serious.
I'm not about to be sucked in by Obbie's
and it's all serious. This is why you should have let him go last, so he could have brought it on home.
No,
but, I was just gonna say I
got a
pissing problem with a drunk PT. Speaking of SD.
PT.
The motherfucker's initials is PT, bitch.
Oh, I know him.
You goddamn right, bitch. You might have some motherfucking blood running through your veins.
I'm sure.
And he peed on you?
I woke up in a whole puddle of piss. Was like, what the fuck? Like, my ass was drowned, sitting in piss. He might have pissed a couple of times. Shit.
What did he say?
Don't tell nobody.
And here we are.
And here we are. But I know that we had been out drinking all night. Like we were drunk. We were drunk. So I had to make sure it wasn't me before I motherfucking.
I got pissed on by a drunk person before as well, but it wasn't a guy, it was a girl, and it wasn't somebody I was fucking. And I was very upset and very pissed off and cussed her the fuck out. I was like, bitch, are you serious? Your grown ass pissed on me?
You sound like you mad right now. You mad?
Hey, and it was in Keisha's brand new bed. She was so mad. She still be coming. You know your friend pissed in my bed.
Just nasty.
Nasty ass.
That's pretty terrible. I have also been pissed on by a drunk person. That drunk person was me. I pissed on myself. Trying to squat and pee in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And at the same time singing something in my heart by Michelle A. To one SJ. I sure was singing my heart
pissed
out.
on my floor in my room and tried to blame
Bitch,
it
you
on
a
me.
goddamn. Now you know you a goddamn lie.
Oh,
You know good and well you
she
really,
pissed
bitch?
on my floor and tried to blame it on me.
The derailment.
Exactly, because you know good and goddamn well you pissed on your own floor, bitch. I cleaned up your vomit and everything that night. Nigga, next time you
shower
vomit,
and you clean
Bring it on back and bring it on back. Bring it on back and bring it on back.
Just lie. She just gonna straight lie on me.
She cleaned it up.
She is a goddamn lie. Ask
Did
her
you
daughter.
not clean it up?
Let me just say, like, me and my friends are known for pissing, not on ourselves per se, but empty and everywhere that we need to empty our bladder. One time it was in Ebony Grandma's yard after horses.
After horses, y'all was riding horses.
No,
that's
horses was a club back in the
Horses
day.
was a
Well,
club.
way before you came to
Okay.
Oklahoma. So
Oh my God, that was
you didn't get to experience Friday nights at horses.
The only club I've ever been to in Oklahoma was Ice.
Ice. And Ice is not a club.
But I've only
Right.
been there to do poetry. I've never been there any other night.
Right. But
I would have got you if you was a bunch of
there's a
horses.
club. There used to be a club
I
called.
would have got you.
If I would have went to horses,
Races, yes.
you wouldn't have
Called
peed
it
on
the
me.
whole
You wouldn't have
races,
peed
and
on me, would you?
She was always the winner.
Not unless you asked me to.
Oh, no, I'm gonna pass on the pass.
Okay, I won't piss on you then. I'll do everything else to you.
Ebony, can you give your advice on this message? Because I'm throwing the whole dude in the trash. That's mine.
Throw the pissy pat Pennsylvania. I was about to say the name.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit. That's the shit I be talking about. That's the shit I'll be talking about right there.
The writer just throw the whole dick in the trash, throw him away.
You ain't shit.
Get somebody who's not gonna piss in your bed. Because once somebody piss in your bed, you never it's embarrassing. What if you put that bed in the guest room and then they take the sheets off the bed? Oh, you got a big ass piss stains in the bed because they just keep pissing in the bed. That's so embarrassing. Throw him. I'm sorry. PTSD or not, he gotta go.
Get rid of him until you get fixed.
He can't even come back.
Yeah, because I feel
put
like he
some
was
super
peeing
glue in
before
the
the military.
Hey, put some super glue in the tip of that nigga dick.
No, I feel like he was.
You can glue it to the inside of his thigh. Whatever you got to do.
Close the hole up. Close the hole up.
I feel like he was peeing in the bed long before he was in the military. He is a pissy individual.
Too lazy to get up.
That's it.
Ooh, that's
And that could be
terrible.
the case,
That's
too.
terrible.
And that's an option.
That is terrible.
And he using that as an excuse. He using PTSD as he don't even know he got PTSD.
Well, he don't even know he have PTSD. He just got diagnosed with that today.
He been having the R.
Right.
Kelly.
Exactly. This is Dr. West.
The
Dr.
problem
West.
is he's an R. Kelly fan.
That's what it is. He was
That's the
imitating his
problem.
idol.
He's an R. Kelly fan. He saw the video. He knows the story, and now he's a pisser.
I mean, yeah, you got to get rid of him, sis. I'm sorry, but
Y'all know who the dude is?
Apparently, Shari says she does. I don't.
I
I
do.
can't wait. I can't wait.
Shari knows who this
After
guy
we stop
is.
recording.
Yeah, Shari knows who this guy is, but I know who Tasha's piss cat is.
She know who my drunk pisser is.
Oh,
Mhm. That's Fam Bam.
It's in her family.
oh.
Oh, pissy self. But yeah, go ahead and just forget about it. That, you know what? That runs in the family though, because AT will piss on you in a second. If you get in bed with that bitch, you gonna get pissed on.
She'll piss anywhere too.
And
She'll cock her leg and piss like a dog when she gets
yo, I don't know what it is. I have so much more class intact.
She piss hard too.
I only
She
did it.
piss
Yes,
hard
bitch,
like a
I do.
dude.
Yes, bitch, I do. Like I've only done it once on the side of the road, and I couldn't even do that shit right. I was so pissy drunk, literally.
Right?
That's the only time in Tulsa.
I don't know how to squat.
That's the
Like, I
only
don't know how to
time
squat
you attempted to squat and pee outside is in Tulsa all them years ago. Bitch, slap your own
Yes,
yourself.
for real. That's the only time. Now I know how to, because Shari has told us what to do so many times.
I
I don't have to squat.
Y'all don't even gotta squat.
I just hold my
Y'all
little
better
plate
aim that
and I
shit
piss
just
like
like
a-
dudes.
on the
That's
ding dong.
Aim it.
Aim
Aim
your
it.
aim your clitoris.
Aim your.
and-
That's right. And you can pee and it'll go right where it needs to go. You don't even gotta squat.
You just aim it.
Stand up.
Really?
Yes, I'm a skilled professional.
Oh, I have a question. This
A
is
clitoris is
questions.
a tiny penis. That's
Yes.
it. That's all.
You know how back in the day, when you were younger, when men were younger,
Okay,
they would
something like that.
measure their penises. They'd be like, hey, let's measure our penises. Did you ever do that?
Yeah, I think all men did that.
Okay, so what's the inches on that thing?
It was probably consistent with what it was expected to be for that age. I was probably like 12.
Oh, okay. So you haven't done no measurements recently.
We don't need to know what it was when you was 12 because that's a little,
No, I haven't did that since I've been an adult.
And there are some people that have not grown since they were 12.
Well, we don't
Oh,
need to know about it.
it's different from when I was 12. It's different.
He said it's
Yeah.
Tasha.
Dick is
Tasha.
grown.
No, I'm
bitch.
sorry,
It's a
I'm sorry.
grown-ass dick right there.
Tasha, if you don't do nothing else in this lifetime for me, please, bitch, please,
Fuck you, Ebony.
Obbie,
Trying to ration my coochie out.
yo, please, y'all just,
Obbie,
I won't tell a soul.
put your dick on the glass.
On the glass?
Just let the people see. Let the people
On that note, Ebony, take us out. Obbie, thank you for enduring the sexual harassment. Do not sue us. We don't got no insurance, no money to pay your ass.
No,
So
I
appreciate
do have some
y'all too much.
coupons.
some coochie
I can pay with
coupons.
I do.
You got some what?
I
Some
gave you
coochie
that book of coupons for your husband, ma'am.
I'm just saying what I got.
Not for
I'm
show
just saying
yet.
what's available.
Not
I'm just
for
saying
show
what's
yet.
out there. That's all I'm
What
doing.
a trifling asshole.
Obbie, I would like to apologize for any harassment. I'm usually not that way. Again, I told you, your
Me
voice
either.
comes to my spirit.
I like to
Y'all
apologize.
are absolutely
too.
fine.
So,
You're usually not that way. Okay.
I'm not offended at all. I love y'all.
we love you.
Don't love me.
I rejoice.
Well, yes, you
y'all.
know how to love me, because when you love somebody, that means you can do whatever you want to them. It don't even matter. Slap them around and choke them. Do all that.
Yeah.
Don't even love me.
Don't regard you. That you don't want to be regarded.
They don't want to be regarded.
Disrespect me.
They want you to take that silver shiny bat you had and beat over the head with it like a caveman.
Disrespect me. Please be disrespectful.
Yes.
Please. Fuck, I done got myself hot.
I don't know if I've laughed and smiled this much in one sitting.
Oh my God. You are a trooper when I tell you. You are a trooper. You really
Thank you for letting me just say whatever I want to say.
Did y'all see this badass jacket I made the other day? Let me bring it.
I saw that in the background.
Let me see it. Bring it to the front so we can see it.
Let me pick this up. Let me let y'all see. Torn. T-O-R-N. Thriving over rooted negativity.
I love it. I like it.
Really
I
dope.
want to send y'all some of these. I think I might have some in here.
Send it to me. Oof, whatever it is. Just
You
send
want
it.
it, whatever it is.
Whatever
I got a new
is.
address. So you have to, I have a new address, so you have to get my new address before
You can send it to me. I'll make sure she gets it.
No.
She will not.
No, because I still haven't got my shirt from Tasha that she gave me.
Did it go right here? Look. So there these there these. I think I sent y'all masks. Did I send y'all these masks?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a mask.
So this is
that a
just to give you an idea of the size. Yes, an iron-on patch.
Oh, I totally need that.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's channel. You know the material that's on the Letterman jackets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, so this part is regular embroidery, but the crown is the chenille, however you say it. The Section 8 carpet, that'd be on the Letterman jackets.
Like the one, like your face on the sweatshirt.
It's like your face on the sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Love
that. I love it.
Yeah, so I want to send y'all these. And I'll send you all a couple. You can.
I was gonna say, you send me some of those, I'll have them on all my hoodies. So.
Yeah, they denim jacket, whatever you want to put them on. So if you all don't mind accepting them,
I will accept them.
I can send them.
You can actually send them all to Tasha, and we will mail her the items that we would like for her to put them on.
Put me to work. That's what's gonna happen.
Bam.
So, yeah.
Because that is her area of expertise.
I actually got a hoodie I'm about to do. That's got
if
like
you want to just send me something private.
Yeah,
you want something
it'll
private?
be just between us, just some private.
Well, yeah, I'll message you
photos or just whatever. Just send it to me.
I got you.
Well, he can't make you a thong because you don't wear panties, so.
I saw that. Ooh, Ebony didn't, but I did. Ooh, gee.
I saw that shit. I had to catch my breath because
you had to wipe.
I had to cross my legs. Anyway, making me lose focus. What you said, Shari?
Don't worry about it. Just take us out.
Okay. Thank you so much. Y'all can follow Naturally Unbothered on IG, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can email us at naturallyunbothered2@gmail.com. That is naturallyunbothered2@gmail.com. You can leave us a message. We don't have a phone number no more. When we gonna get a phone, bitch? Producers? When we gonna get another phone number? Anyway, so y'all cannot leave us a message by phone anymore, but you can leave messages and feedback and comments and show ideas and Ebonites. You can also leave your advice request at naturallyunbothered2@gmail.com.
And it's also on the website. There's a link on the website that they can click and put their question in there, and it'll say,
can I get there? Can I get this? Not closing.
You can't, because I'm tired of you talking about this fucking phone number.
Well,
I got a phone number.
Us.
I got a phone number for us.
You do? Ooh.
Yeah. You ready for it, or you want it at the end of the close?
Please give her a phone number.
You want it now or at the end of the closing?
I feel like it's gonna be a 205 number, and I know you, bitch. No, we ain't giving out no motherfucking phone number, so I know you too well.
I mean, since you so butthurt about the fucking phone number,
you a dirty. You a dirty.
I got a number for the Ebonites. I got a number for the Ebonites.
Anyway, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Audible, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify, everywhere you listen to your podcast, that's where you can find us. You can also listen to us on YouTube, but please make sure that you subscribe, rate, you leave a review, and you select the notification bell so that you're notified every time we upload a new video. So please, if you're looking for Nationally Unbothered merch.
You got on a shirt.
I do. I got shot glasses, tell your whole ass friends, and they have my shirt. They only listen to hear me play my guitar. I already know. So you can please do what is the merch address? www.naturallyunbothered.com. That is www.naturallyunbothered.com, and click the merch link. Now, the most important part of everything that I just said, if y'all want, if you guys are rooting for me, if you Ebonites and everybody else, if y'all love me the way I know y'all do, y'all make it possible for me to have a pass, a hall pass, and I'll be able to taste the sweet nectar of, I need y'all to tell y'all whole ass friends, to tell your whole ass friends, to tell all of your whole ass friends to tune in to Nationally Unbothered.
Bitch.
The sweet nectar. The sweet, oh so sweet nectar.
You know what, Obbie? The safe way to have sex with her is to, right before you get ready to come in the fleshlight, open it up and then let her get what spills out.
Oh, from the back end of it.
Yes.
That's not fair.
That's safe sex with Ebony.
And if you want to know what sex with her will be like, it's like,
bitch, you gonna do the light again? Really?
That's why she
treated
said
here.
That's why she said, "Oh, to be that glass
on the road," and I'm just gonna be by myself. I'm just gonna do shit alone.
Tasha, she said, "Oh, to be that glass of water." I was like, "Yeah, her hole is that big." That's
no,
exactly
and I was trying to do like this earlier, and Obbie was like, "What Miss Jackson got going on back there?" I was trying to have this be the circle, and I was like, he didn't know what was going on, but I was just trying to demonstrate what sex with Ebony would be like.
He doesn't want to be
it's not
sucked in
funny.
your abyss. He doesn't want to be sucked in your abyss.
That's a lie.
He don't. All right, y'all don't hang up because I'm gonna tell y'all who the person is, but I'm gonna stop recording. Yes. Until next time, everybody, thank you guys for tuning in to Nationally Unbothered.